This ain't entertainment. This is a move. This is prophecy with a pulse. A soundtrack for the remnant. We don't just make music. We speak fire from the corners of the city to the gates of the kingdom. From survival to revival, from chemo chairs to dry bones rising. Yorelis Radio ain't just about beats. It's about power. Power to heal. Power to rise. Power to remember who we really are. We're street bred, spirit led, anointed with the oil of war and peace. We don't fold. We don't flinch. We go gangster on fear. We go holy on sickness. We go full of flames for the people of Yah. So if you're tired of dead religion, if you're done with fake healing, if your soul been searching for the real sound of heaven, you just tapped in. This is Yorelis, and this is the sound of faith on fire.
Slow tracks with occasional triplet rolls, low slack. The writing is on the wall. Babylon way, Babylon measure, Babylon found wanting. Slow jabaya said okay to no call. Slow jabaya said okay to no war. Slow jabaya said okay to no call. Want it all, want it all, want it all. Hey, hey, Jenny. The writing is on the wall. Can you see it, Babylon gon' fall? Man, that money, he counted it all. Take a little light, you small. The writing is on the wall. Can you see it, Babylon gon' fall? Man, that money, he counted it all. Take a little light, you small. Golden cup full of abominations. Drunk off power, pride of the nations. Built on blood lies, manipulation. Merchant rich off souls in inflation. Revelation 18 is written. Heaven watching every system. Digital chain, subtle prison. Prophets crying but they don't listen. Statues tall but foundation cracking. Smiles wide but the spirit lacking. Morals gone, truth they attacking. Every wall got judgment backing. Like Belshazzar at the feast that night. Hand appeared in holy light. Finger writing, kingdom's plight. When Yah speaks it ends the fight. The rain is on the wall. Can you see it? Babylon gon' fall. Many counted it all. Take a you light, you small. The writing is on the wall. Can you see it? Babylon gon' fall. Many counted it all. Take a you light, you small. Stay woke, but not hateful. Set apart, but not ungrateful. Pure heart, not deceitful. Lukewarm spirit, that's fatal. Devil prowling like a lion, seeking souls that compromising. Selling comfort, false aligning. Trading truth for social shining. Don't drink wine of her fornication. Don't bow down to her reputation. We the royal generation, marked by covenant, not by nation. Faithful remnant, small but chosen. Not distracted, not frozen. Spirit sharp, eyes wide open. Armor on, no door left open. No hateful heart, that's poison seed. Bitterness grows what demons need. We overcome by love and deed. Truth and spirit intercede. Come out of her before the plagues fall. Oh, come out of her before the system stalls. Oh, fire in the market, smoke in the sky. Can't stand it speechless, watching her die. 1 hour, 1 hour, her glory turns to ash. It's writing on every wall of Babylon. Government hall walls in silicone. Media screens they hiding from, but heaven's code already drawn. Currency shaking, idols breaking, false peace treaty they keep faking. Storm is rising, earth is quaking. Y'all not sleeping, he awakening. We don't fear what's collapsing. We prepare while they laughing. Oil and lamps everlasting, kingdom coming everlasting. So if you hear this, choose today. Narrow path or broad highway, light or darkness can't have a way. I is separating clay. Oh, the writing is on the wall. Babylon, you gon' fall, get on, you gon' fall. Get out of her mind, good call. Heaven made the call, heaven made the call. The gods and new matter throne. The king is taking his own. The writing is on the wall. The writing is on the wall.
Shabbat Shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to Rooted in Hebrew. I'm sorry. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Patio. I'm glad you came in, sis, as well as Brother Robert. I'm glad that both of you came in, as well as Brother Earl. Is Earl? Yeah. I'm glad you all came in today. You want to talk about a system collapsing? This is it. This is it. Thanks a lot, Brother Earl. I mean, I like that song too. I wanted to do it. I wanted to go back in it and to not stretch it out too. No, I didn't want to stretch it out, but I just really wanted to go back in and do some things a little bit different in the song. But hey, I like it the way it is. Shabbat Shalom, Brother Dave. I'm glad you came in, brother. Faith, Hope, and Love, Corinthians 13, Shabbat Shalom. I'm glad you came in also. Yeah, but now, truthfully, I never cared anything about this Epstein stuff. I didn't, because I was somewhat into Hollywood. And the little bit that I seen, I didn't like it. It didn't take much for me to step out. No, it didn't. It didn't take much at all. Hopped in it real briefly, got out of it so quickly. That was just not my cup of tea. But now, truthfully, the question I have is this. Who been documenting all of these things that these so-called powerful people have been doing? Who's literally sitting around documenting this stuff? No, I didn't see that, Brother Earl. Somebody drove a truck off the bridge. No, I didn't see that now. Where was this at? What city was this in? But if you look at this, brothers, I wouldn't necessarily call it a distraction, but yeah, the powers that be, they're going to use it. They're going to use something as a distraction because somebody out here is playing police. Because truthfully, if someone is out here playing police, it's that police that got the dirt. It's that police who got the dirt. And when people talk about knowledge is power, oh, all right, yeah. From a satanic system, yes, there is power. Now this is what the world is portraying now. They're right here doing things to little kids. You know, they want the sympathy of the world. Brothers, this is Satan's system. Now, when did the devil get so concerned with what's going on with the human family? This is a destruction right in front of their face that they want to happen. This is what we're witnessing. And this is what it leads to the question: what are you claiming? There's individuals out here, right as we speak, who claim to be a devout Christian, who claim to be this, they claim to be that. With a vengeance. Yeah. Whatever you claiming, brothers and sisters, it needs to be based on faith and knowledge. You will know what you basing your life, your course through life, what is going to be based upon. Because you got individuals out here. One guy told me a couple of days ago, his rest day is on Sunday. And he came back with his own lips and stated, yeah, we rest on the 7th day. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. What day you think Sunday is on? I know. But you say you rest on Sunday. When Yahuwah, he stated, and he said, the devil has misled the entire inhabited earth, to which he has done it to a T. Done it to a T. And so now with all of this misleading, now everybody's in an uproar. I ain't gonna say everybody. There's one thing I can't say. We not in an uproar. We just, when the Most High said, what was done in the dark shall come to the light. It's happening. Last Sunday morning, man, was it, Brother Earl, was it let me see, self-deletion? Or, was it like one of those U-Haul incidents, put it that way? It's a lot of things that's going on in this world. People are highly upset. They're angry. They have no idea why they have so much bitterness in them. Well, check the devil. Check the devil. The devil knows that his days are numbered. His days are numbered. And so whatever we claiming, brothers and sisters, during this time of the end, it needs to be on point. It needs to be on point. Because when it's all over said and done, we all go stand before the judgment seat. We all are. And we need to be knowing what we're standing for. Because you got some individuals, brothers and sisters, no matter how you see it, they're going to walk the way they want to walk. And they see that certain things in this world is advantageous for them. I know this is going to be it. This is their stomping ground. I was listening to this brother earlier today, Brother Rick Fletcher. I was listening to him this morning, or earlier the part of the day, rather. And he's right. It's financing this dumb stuff. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Zenobia. And I tell you, I said we was doing that, period. I said that a while ago. Because when you look at the system, everything revolves around money. Money and power. These people that's claiming to be the Rev 2939 people, they know that they're claiming a name that's not fair, but they don't care. Because what did Yahushua say he's going to do? Make them a synagogue of Satan. Good night. If you want to talk about a people that's wearing the get up, good. Stacks, bell bottoms, and all. They wearing it. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Angela. Since I had, I said now I'm gonna come in today because it snowed last night and it's cold today. I knew I wasn't trying to do anything anyway. But This system, brothers, it is that one that deserves our attention. Things are moving, and we are being put in place. Shabbat shalom, Sister Cynthia. We are in place, rather, and being put in place. Now, I was looking somewhat at that, some of the stuff they said that was going on, that some people was doing with this Epstein file. The Epstein files, brothers and sisters, now it's the Bible. It's the Bible. They trying to figure out what all did they do. And whoever kept that journal, I don't know if it was him or what, because they had to be doing some stuff way before his time. They was doing this way before his time. Now, they call it Epstein files, whatever the situation may be. But hey, the nation's been doing dirt before his time. He was 60. He was a 61-year-old Hebrew. Man, I don't know about that, brother. I'm maybe you know, man. Oh, it was an accident. All right. I hope that it was more so of an accident than anything. Praying for his family, man. But I tell you, brothers, the world is upset with this awakening, the rebirthing of a nation. This got Revelation. What chapter was that? Chapter 12, written all over it. That's what it is. And people making all these claims. Oh, you may forget getting out of here. They doing this with the passports and so on, so on. Brothers and sisters, it's going to take us right back. It's going to take us right back to what Yahushua said to our forefathers. And he told them, when you catch sight of the disgusting thing that causes desolation, flee to the mountains. And right now, we're in the same predicament as our forefathers. Brothers, I seen saying, you can't go nowhere. They mess with the passports, which they are. They are. They're doing some things with them and all that, whatever the situation may be, whatever. I'm not worried about it. Because when the Most High speaks and he said, open up that door, trust and believe, those demons are going to open up that door. So why worry about something that you already know is going to be rectified? That's the beauty of it. We're not like the 10 unfaithful Israelites. We're those two, Jacob and Caleb. That's what we need to be maintaining. That's what we need to be maintaining. It's easy to dip off into fear and uncertainty. It's easy to do that. But it's not advantageous. We did that. We did that when we was unknowingly sleep. We did that. We swim in fear. But when we woke up, all of this stuff started happening. Come on now. All of this stuff started happening. And now they're on the verge of a massive war with Iran. With Iran. Now, Iran been on the list for a long time. And guess who's been nudging that? This same country. This is what's happening. All of this stuff is in motion. The time is going to come one day, they go get this stuff popped off, and you will be saying to yourself, it don't make sense going to work. These people are on a whole nother plateau. They're doing some things that's going to get your attention. They're setting things up to keep some things covered up. I don't know if you all remember this when was it Bill Clinton and what's that girl's name? Monica Lewinsky. What did he do? What did he do to throw people off of his court case? He had some little country bombed. And they knew what he was doing. They called it Wag the Dog. I think it's called Wag the Dog. I don't know. Wag the Tail or something. But they knew he did that to throw people off the court case. But it didn't work. It didn't work. And so the same thing seems like it's happening right now, because whatever's in this file of Epstein's, I mean, it's rocking the world. This is the devil sacrificing his own people. And I don't think they understand what's happening. And like I said, there's levels to this. If you're down there, you may be, we may look at a person and say, oh, he's royalty. And I'm talking let me step back. When I say royalty, I'm talking about from their standpoint. That royal house where they can marry their cousin and things. That's who I'm talking about. But if you're not at that particular level, you're a sacrificial lamb or chicken. That's who you are. And they are showing it. They are literally showing where their stance is, because they chopping them like, you got to go. You got caught up in this file. But the funny thing, I ain't gonna say funny. The strange thing I thought about was this. The more we were talking about this Epstein file, and I started thinking about some of the movies that I used to watch. And there was one, excuse me. And there was one that was, they didn't chase. Well, there was one that did have black people in it. They had black people in it. But it was more so one when it was white people. And they was hunting them. And then they had an interview with Mike Tyson, and he was talking about how the cabal, that's what they would do. And Mike Tyson was just breaking it down. But this is what our people, and when I say our people, I'm talking about us. We fought to get into that arena. We did. I don't care if it's TV, music, we fought. And man, when we got in, you're like, oh, this ain't what I signed up for. But when you start looking at the money, the prestige, your flesh start to kick in. And that's how our people got drugged in. They got drugged in. And they're still there. But just yesterday, and I was thinking about it, and then it popped up. Like I was talking about the Black family shows. The ones now, was it BET Plus? That's the channel rather. And it's a black show. And I mean, if you want to talk about cursing, it's a black show. They got people in there, they cracking jokes, they laughing and everything. It's supposed to be a family show. I tell you, the devil is pushing in on our people. He is pushing in on our people. He is pushing for our people to go deeper into his cesspool. That's what he's doing. This one particular episode, this grandmother knew of her son's father. Now listen to this. Now, mind you, they still cursing MFs and all that. The mother is cursing back and forth with the mother or grandmother or auntie. And for the vast majority of you brothers and sisters, you know for a fact, we did not get down that way. We didn't. But this is what the world want to portray us. We're some more profanity using people. And they're pushing it out. They're using laughter to do it. They are using laughter to do it. Oh yeah, some of the stuff sounds funny. Oh, yeah, But then going back to the story, the grandmother said, I don't know how to explain it to you. But then what's that sister name? I forgot her name. But she stood up, she said, let her speak. And she was cursing too. And so she started to speak. And so she said, I can't find your father. She said, because I am your father. Now, mind you now, this is the grandmother who's a father. Wait, hold on. I'm mixing my own self up. This is the grandmother who used to be the father. You see how they push that nonsense in? They push it, and then the audience that they're looking for is us. That's who they're getting. That's who they pulling in. If it's some drama, we're going to pull these people in. When I say brothers and sisters, they trying their best to pull us into their cesspool. They're using the devil's eye to do it. They're using Hollywood. The guy who said, wait a minute, you my father? Yeah, father did his little thing, transformed. You're right, Sister Cynthia. But this is what he's doing. This is his last ditch effort. He understands what's happening. He understands there is an exodus he knows about. He knows about it. He's looking at the weather. He's understanding the weather. He's understanding this awakening. Now, if you want to talk about a belligerent person, that's the devil. He's cursing up a storm. These blankety blank niggas waking up and so and so. Yeah, that's him. He woke. It was on BET Plus. So it seems like that's the little channel I seen in the corner. But this is what we have to contend with. This is what the devil is doing. He's drawing us in by means of laughter. But when you take the laughter out of it, you'll understand, whoa, this is a pulling in situation. This is a pulling in situation. Brothers and sisters, Jacob is trying his best to speak. And he's trying to speak through Hollywood. I explained to you, brothers, there was this white guy, and he did an interview on Sinners, the movie. And so what he did was this. He said, without the vampires, this is what he said. He said, this movie did not need vampires. He said, but the powers that be, they had to bring it in. They wanted to, make it filthy. Because on the outside of the vampire side of that demonic movie, they said, hey, all black people was trying to say the spells are in the movie. That's what the movie was trying to say. But they had to bring sinners in it, and they had to bring in some blood drinking vampires. But the white guy said it did not need it. There was a storyline for it because they knew African Americans use music to tell a story, to warn others, and even just to have a good time. They had everything covered by music. Shabbat Shalom, Brother Kenneth. I'm glad you came in today, brother. This is the power we have, that we do have. But the powers that be in this captivity knows of it. So in order to weaken that strength, weaken that power, they had to bring their side of demonic things in. Now you start to see more. Listen to me when I say more demonic. See, you're starting to see people have interviews talking about eating people. Which questioning? I kid you not. When I seen the clip, every time I go in the grocery store, I cringe at ground beef. I don't know what's in it. This is what we are at now, brothers. We are at this particular time where we're being forced to question what we're eating. Brothers and sisters, the world, the devil knows how the Most High is very high up on his laws. And this brother, I just happened to pop him on his channel. And he threw a monkey wrench in my plans, I kid you not. He said, brothers, do you know 9 times out of 10 that brush that you use to brush your beard and brush your hair are the fibers of a pig? Mess me up. But it made me think, everything in this system, brothers, we have to start questioning or doing for ourselves. When you want to talk about the Most High said, get out of her, brothers and sisters. Oh, yes, this is that moment. This is that moment. This is that moment where now, at least from my standpoint, getting out of her is a necessity. That's what it is. They kept us in so much filth to the devil. He knew, all right, you're going to have a problem leaving here. And don't get me wrong, brothers. Yes, it is. It can become an issue. It can. I'm going to tell you the reason why I say this. Because, one, when you're talking about leaving, but I'm going to say this though before I go on. A lot of brothers, they're taking that challenge too. They're taking that challenge. Over in Arizona, you got so many brothers over there now building their own communities. They're growing their own food, helping one another. This is what brothers and sisters are doing. Now, there's a whole community of them. Now, there's another group of younger ones, but they're doing the same thing. And they're going into self-sufficiency by choice. I mean, they got some means of communications, but when things blow over, they have who they want around them when the world collapses. And it ain't if the world collapses, it's when. This is what the Most High was warning us about, of getting out of her. This system, and whatever we're claiming, brothers, it needs to be based on faith. It needs to be based on faith. You know, what you write, Sister Cynthia. Because I tell you, right now there's a brother I know, and he lives in Tanzania. Older brother. And the reason why I say, and brothers and sisters, don't let this be a damper to you, because I mean, well, let me just go to you, say it like this. This particular brother, he's suffering from cancer. He is. And when I say brothers, he lives in the rural area. When I say, let me say it this way. He has, him and his family, their bathroom is a hole in the ground. That's what their bathroom is. When I say, yeah, brothers, I mean, they live, like that. Now, granted, I did not see the cancer coming. That's just me. I'm thinking, rural, he more, food off the land. But no, it hit him. And he's suffering very badly. It's at a point where he has to wear Pampers, Now, this is not to throw you away from getting out of the system, brothers, because if you ever notice, the term that's in the Bible that the Most High said, the leaves are for the curing of the nation. That statement is taking root. Brothers and sisters are living by it. Now, granted, this brother's out here in the rural area. And don't get me wrong. They have a 7th grade, might have a 7th grade education. So now if you don't know, unfortunately, you don't know. And unfortunately, this brother is suffering from his lack of knowledge. The more you know, the better off you are. That is absolutely true. But still, no matter what the situation may be, we are still commanded by the Most High to get out of Babylon. Period. This is what he has warned us about. Yes, but one thing again. Are you going to let faith move you? Or are you going to let fear groove you? That's the thing. But when you look at this world, the world is telling you what they're doing. They've been saying it. I was just talking to this guy yesterday. I'm running wires, hooking up some data equipment and things, and he was talking. He said, I'm starting to question TV now. He was just talking and talking and talking. He was talking to his coworker. At first, we was talking and things. And so when he was talking, he said, but it just seems so odd that when I was a child, we watched all these movies, and the things I watched as a child are happening now because the equipment that I'm installing, brothers and sisters, it don't take no human being to do it. It does not. All they gotta do, and the forklift, I hooked the system up for that forklift to drive by itself. I run the wire, hook it up to this machine, to an AP or wireless access point, and it shoots the signal back and forth. It knows what's on that truck, what's coming to that store, where to take it off and where to take it to. There's no one on this forklift. This is the world in which we're living in. So the guy was saying all of this stuff that he's watching on TV when he was talking about what's the name of that movie, man? There was a lot of them, truthfully. Not Transformers. Terminator. Now he's starting to see This stuff seems to be real. Now, this is a Gentile. He said this stuff it's like they were entertaining us, but truthfully, they was telling us what they're going to do. He woke up to a little degree of wokeness. That's what he did. They started to understand it. When they start to understand it, that's the time we shut up. That's the time that we kept to ourselves. But they're understanding it now. They are understanding this is a problem. Yes. Now AI is out here telling people that's out there ask. All it takes is one person. All it takes is one person to get on the media and ask AI a question about something major. And if it bends in the direction that's going to favor people of color, the world is upset. And they asked that one question and they are upset. And it was talking about if Black people all left just the United States, it will be catastrophic. That's what AI said. And oh my goodness, now all over the internet. That's all you're hearing about. Oh. Do the world feel an exodus? Are they seeing something? Are they feeling something now? And we thought we was insignificant. The world is in trouble. That's what's happening. And they know it. Now they talking about, now this is the United States telling its citizens to be on the watch that we may have a hit coming from Iran. Now, all of a sudden, I ain't gonna say all of a sudden, Iran has all of these types of weapons. Then you have the Epstein stuff that's going on. If this is how deep they are willing to go to keep people, that information from coming out, or when it do come out, hey, this nation to be on fire, and ain't nobody worried about what somebody's talking about on no file. No, people are trying to put a fire out. That's what they're trying to do, and that's what they're hoping. This is not their first rodeo. This is not the world's first rodeo. They've been there before. The only thing that's different is this one got a little bit more meat on the bone. That's what it has. It's a lot more meat on the bone. And now they're trying to figure out, hey, will we be able to control this once it hits the fan? Because brothers, I'm telling you, all this food we taking, this stuff is chemicals. This is a set up to fail situation. I'm telling you for what I see. I'm telling you for what I see. This is a set up to fail situation. Now, hold on just for a moment. I'm sorry, I'm back. This is a set up to fail situation. They getting themselves prepared. Now, the world is moving up. The world is continuing to move forward. That's what it appears. But once it hit the fan, like in that movie, who's name in the movie? Leave the World Behind. Now, it seems that it ain't just Iran who's gearing itself up. There's other countries that's joining Iran. Now, in that movie, Leave the World Behind, Kevin Bacon, he's the one who hinted, hey, This country is called, went out there and made a lot of enemies with a lot of different countries. Don't you think it's sensible for them to pull together as one to defeat one? But at the same time, we do not want to forget what is truthfully what this is about. This is about a rebirthing of a nation. Those people don't care about the world finding out that they're not Rev 29. They're not worried about that. What? That's just another lie in the neighborhood. They'll tell a lie without even thinking about it. And they don't care. They'll tell you. They worship Satan. They'll tell you. They'll hold on. When I say they held on to a holy name, they don't care. If you being guided by the devil himself, he brought in the money. He gave you the power. He gave you the knowledge how to maneuver things around. Yeah, you go be top dog in this system, and they are top dog in this system. Who are the low? I ain't gonna say that. Who are the low people of his system? We all got to raise our hands. That's who we are. Now, the sad thing about it is this. How deep are we going to go? And when I say we, I'm talking about we as a people. For us to be woke brothers and sisters, truthfully, we are a remnant of a remnant of a remnant. We are so small. And I'm talking about the awakened ones. We still have to look at our people and say, and ask the Most High, when is our family going to wake up? And things of that nature. And I know Sister Kathy said this a while ago. It's going to take hell and high waters to wake some of our people up. And that's the way if that's the way it has to go down, so be it. If you got to be embarrassed, you're going to be embarrassed. If that's what it's going to take for you to wake up, because the Most High said he has a desire for no one to be destroyed. That's what he said. The Most High can't lie. He can't. If it's going to take that, so be it. Right now, it do look very grim. I'm just speaking from my standpoint. It do look very grim. Oh, but I'm looking at this though. In that man's files, there's some things that religions did, and I can almost guarantee you they go start getting into let's go with different chapters. Let's go with different chapters. You go get to religious chapters, and you go find your religion, your once religion, is going to be in there. This is what they did. Now, when you want to talk about the Roman Catholic Church, all you got to do is go back and look at history. But then you would think, oh, we went down that rabbit hole, and those grown men, they sued and got millions and things. And no, brothers and sisters, Christendom is going to go deeper. It's going to go deeper. There's some things they did the world don't even know about. And I seriously believe Jehovah's Witnesses is going to be in there too. I remember back when I was getting ready to come out of high school. And it was 85, 86. Jehovah's Witnesses had an issue. They had to go and they called it cleaning house. And this is their Bethel facilities that was once located in New York. And what they had a problem was, they had a problem with homosexuality. And so they had to go through and clean house. That's what they had. They had to start disfellowshipping and shipping people back home because it was rampant. That's that little, what's this? How can I say it? Soft scale stuff. But the deeper stuff, no, brothers. I can almost guarantee it's in that file. But whoever was standing around writing this stuff down, whew, I mean, why would you write a book or keep information like that, you know, could turn around and be damaging? Hey, but so be it. It is what it is. And they did what they did. And now here we are. At this awakening, all of this information is coming out of people this, people that, and they did this, they do that. And now, back in the days when you said stuff about Hollywood, you can take it with a grain of salt. But nowadays, this stuff you look at, wait a minute, hold on. You starting to question things of Hollywood. Because anything that is associated with the devil, it's turning heads. It is absolutely turning heads. Like I stated, he knows what's happening on an much grander scale. That's one thing he do know. He knows it. And he's trying his best to pull in as many as he possibly can into his system. And he's using the TV to do it. Brothers and sisters, I'm serious. It ain't these so-called family shows. I'm talking about you got the ones with like the kids shows. The kids cursing up a storm, much as the parents are. And everything's supposed to be funny. The only person I know that did that used laughter, was TP. He did the same thing. We know the devil knows exactly how to get to us. He knows exactly how to get to us. And he's doing it. Now, this is the thing. How is it? Well, and this is going to be by means of the Most High's mighty hand for him to wake his people up, the remainder of Israel, for us to wake up, all of us, 4 corners of the earth. Because right now, there's a lot of things of the world that is being exposed. A lot of things in the world is being exposed. And people just taking it, okay. See, now, for them to be talking about eating people, brothers and sisters, they're having a conversation. They're having the conversation. And that's all it takes is a conversation. But once you start to get hungry, like I tell you, brothers, if y'all only knew the stuff that I see they bring into some of these stores and how much they're bringing. Brothers and sisters, this stuff is orchestrated. Ain't nobody gonna tell me anything different. This stuff is orchestrated. But when you get so hungry, and this is what I'm seeing, brothers, And it's like this is what they're going to use for people. Have you let me start. What's that movie? Um the book of what's that dude? What's his name? What's that man's brother's name? He did a movie, and he was carrying the Bible, and they was trying their best. These guys was trying to get the Bible from. Oh, ain't that something? I just noticed something about that movie. It was the Gentile that were trying their best to get the Bible from him, Denzel Washington. I forgot the name of the movie, but anyway, when you start, if you were looking at that movie, brothers, oh yeah, hope you didn't have no food. And the old man and the old woman that was in the house, yeah, they was eating. They went out there and dug up a body and ate it, and was protecting it from other people. They put it in the movies, brothers. Nah, and when I say this, brothers, we just can't watch movies like we used to watch movies. You gotta you gotta start analyzing these movies now. What are they trying to say? That's how you have to start looking at these movies nowadays. Now, you got us the first time. Let's just say the 80s, the 90s. All right, they got us with entertainment. iRobot. Things of that nature. They got us. But when we woke up, because now we're that generation, brothers and sisters, who lived through Terminators, all the different types of Terminators, all these movies and things. Now we're the ones who woke up when we started, wait a minute. Y'all was telling us what y'all was going to do. And that's how we read it when we woke up. That's how we read it when we woke up. We understood what they was doing. They called it entertainment, and we fell for it. We can't fall for it again. We can't fall for it again. Now what? Now they have a movie, I believe it's out right now, with this guy. He came up with a system, an AI system. Some to deal with the justice and all that. AI flipped on him. AI flipped and said he killed his wife. So he had, I think it was 9 hours he had to prove his innocence. And outside of that, nope. He was to be determined. He was supposed to be, deleted. Now they're showing you who's going to be sitting as an officer of the peace, AI. And if you get flipped with AI, hey, you get charged. Now, this is a little fake system that Satan is trying his best to bring into power, to make he's so concerned, hey, what's going on with these kids? This trafficking of kids, this ain't right. This is the devil speaking now. This is the devil saying this ain't right. But he knows he has a sinister issue, a bigger issue that he's trying his best to push out. If you want to talk about the days of Enoch, this is where we are at. These are the days of Enoch. TV ain't just would be TV like we used to watch nowadays, brothers. The devil is going to push hard now, especially with this awakening. It's the more we continue to, move about in this system, the more we're going to start seeing more. We're going to start seeing more demonic issues off the top. It's going to happen. The more this world continues to go, we're going to see more. brothers and sisters. It's just like what the Most High was telling our forefathers: do not mingle with the nations, brothers and sisters. Truthfully, we are that generation that can sit there and just and say, yes, the Most High was correct to the extreme, because we seeing it in its raw form. This is what we're seeing. This is what we are witnessing, the rawness of Satan's system. You don't want to let it go. He do not want to let it go. He really believes he's going to be equal to the Most High. Everything of the Most High, he's doing opposite. So you can't be equal, not in your best day. He cannot. But the hate, he's striving with hatred. And that hatred, brothers and sisters, that's being felt globally. It's being felt. But they got a monkey wrench in their little plan. And the world is about to throw that monkey wrench into all the little bolts, nuts, and all of it. That's what's about to happen. They pushed one time too many. And it seems truthfully to me, this is just me, that the devil, he's seeing things out of control, but the most thing that he's really concerned with is what's happening to each and every last one of Yah's people. He understands it. Now, when you woke, he knows, this is a battle. I got to battle this person. This person woke. And he got to spend time on that. He got to send principalities to mess with you. That's what he got to do. But now, if they continue to wake up, he has a battle on his hands. Because now, with that awakening, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, brothers, that the Most High moved it in this way, that he woke his people up. Let's just say there's something in that file, Epstein file, that has something to do with religion that has us all wrapped up in. When I say wrapped up, I'm talking about Christendom, Islam, all that. And our people find out. And they wake up. And they say, wait a minute, this is what's going on? This is the depth of what they was doing? And we woke up, right? They just say hypothetically that we woke up from that. Brothers, the devil cannot handle that. Think about this. We've been under his nose since the destruction of Jerusalem. We have been under his nose, feeling every lash of that whip on the backs of our forefathers. Boom. Starvation, homeless, kids been separated from the mother and the father. They're sending the son over here on the eastern part of the world, the daughter on the western part of the world, the father the south part of the world, the mother north. That's how the devil got down. That's what he did. Brothers and sisters, right down to this very day, I can go into a store and somebody go tell me I look like their uncle or their cousin. And it should be that way. It should be that way. Because they moved us globally. That's what they did. Satanically, this is what they practice. This is what the devil did while we were under his system. That's where it comes back to.
Yahushua said he's going, hey, I'm going to my Father and I'm going to pray that he watches over you, because you are sheep. You are a sheep amongst wolves. This is what Yahushua said. Now, when I was in Christendom, brothers and sisters, that didn't mean that scripture went so far above my head. That scripture went so far above my head, it was unbelievable. But it did, until I woke up. Or until the Most High woke me up. Now it makes a whole lot of sense. And this is what's happening. It's going to get harder. It's going to get hard. Now, are we going to be here when they start lighting up the skies? Maybe. But now, brothers, when it's all over, this is real. When you just sit back, whether we're in captivity or not, we have to stand back and sit back and say, this is real. This is what's really happening. The system is crumbling. The writing, brothers, please, it's on every wall. That's where it's at. Every little, brother, I mean, you step over here, it's right on the wall. Your days are numbered. You go over here, up, the days are numbered. This is what we're seeing. You got people in the world complaining, saying, hey, we need to find out what's going on with the food. This food has so many chemicals in, and we're talking about Gentiles complaining about that. Back in the days, all the food that was high in fat, high in sugar, high in sodium went to poor neighborhoods, black neighborhoods. Brothers, that supermarket that used to be in our neighborhood, they call it Walmart now. Yeah, that's what it's called. And they selling the same type of food. It's flipped. It is flipped. You know, faith, hope, and love. It's a lot more talking about that. I kid you not. There's a whole lot more. And they're complaining about this stuff. And I'm not being funny when I say this now. When I go into these stores, I'm seeing some very obese people. I'm seeing some very obese people. And I'm talking about fat ankles. Because a fat ankle is going to lead to what? A congestive heart failure. This is what they're pushing out now. And then at the same time now, the nation, these people that, got these stores, they go say, hey, we don't force that stuff down your throat. You ain't got to. But when you manipulate food so much that you say that you control the seed, that if you bought a watermelon and you found the seed in a watermelon, you don't own that seed, brothers. That seed is patented by our family. This is the system in which we live in. Of course, what they want to do, they pushing, they want to control the food source. When you can control the food source, you control the people. You control the people. There are certain states that you can't even collect water. It's against the law for you to collect rainwater. Brothers, when the Most High said, get out of Babylon, I tell you, the longer we stay in it and the more we see, we're like, man, I should have left years ago. This is what the system is pushing forward for control. This is Satan's system. The devil understands that, hey, these people are about to leave. He gotta go to his plan B. He got to have somebody to pick some peanuts, some strawberries. He got to. The system knows he got to. Brothers, this is not looking good for the nation. And I'm not talking about us. That's one thing I'm not talking about. This is not something I fear. This is something I do not fear. Because, brothers, truthfully, if you go back and you look at the movies, those movies where they was like, they riding around in the desert and they looking for water to drink or some gas to put in one of their like monster-looking cars or whatever. You ever notice in those movies, brothers, you don't see a lot of us in those movies. I tell you, brothers, when I say you go back and you look at these movies gonna tell you what they've been planning for years. You don't see us in these type of like tribulation type like movies. What was the name of one movie? I think it was called The Road. And this father and a son. The mother, she went out and she came up missing. So the father got his son and they start going from one place to another place and everything. They started running into some trouble and things of that nature. They was trying to get food to eat, but it was during a time of tribulation. You didn't see a lot of us in that, brothers. Go back and look at those movies. Now, call it what you want. A prejudice Hollywood, all righty, so be it. The Most High said, Jacob will be saved out of it. This is where we are standing right now. Something is going to, somebody go flip a switch on, and it's going to change everything. One moment, Michelle Obama and Obama are monkeys. The world shot back and said, hope. They started taking pictures of a monkey, and they compared it. You know, they had side by side. I don't know what's his name, Trump and the monkey. Brothers on. Yeah, he was looking more like that monkey than anything. No top lip and all that stuff. But anyway, this is what the world is pushing. They can continue to maintain a hatred. They can poke fun of you, but they just can't get to you. This is what's happening with the world. You know what, Brother Earl? That predictive programming, it don't work like it used to. When we woke up, we start, oh, wait a minute, hold on. And then we start breaking things down. That's what we did. We start breaking it down. Blah, blah, blah. Matter of fact, if they came in with another a movie or whatever, we able to break it down. Now we know what they're doing. But from the untamed, they're thinking it's entertainment. They thinking it's entertainment. Of course, if you go back and you look at they cloned Tyrone. Brother, please. It did not take a whole a room full of black people to understand what that movie was saying. It did not take off. Black people put up. They cloned Tyrone, leave the world behind. Black people broke it down. They went on the internet and started breaking everything down. And all of them was on the same line of fault. So that predictive programming, brother, they're going to have to come up with something a bit better than that now. We're able to break it down. We are able to break it down. This is where the anger come in at, because they know these These Negroes here, you can't tell them nothing. Now they can't control you. They cannot control you. Oh, well, brother Earl, let me tell you something. They've been putting stuff in chicken and ain't even, man, brother, please. Whew. And you know what? Me personally, no, I'm gonna have to start, weaning myself off of it. And truthfully, even thing that comes down to a vegetable or fruit. I'm serious. I go into Walmart and they got this little they chopped up watermelon. And I'm looking at this, and it just irritates me when I don't see a seed. It irritates me. And it was another brother, I kid you not, he was in Walmart. He was like, man, good night. What kind of strawberry is this? Man, let me tell you something. That strawberry never looked like an apple. Oh no, Andrea, let me tell you something. No, we don't. And they can't stand it. They can't stand it. We woke up. Oh, when the Most High woke us up, I tell you, he woke us up. He woke us up. We don't watch TV the way we watch TV. We know when they're saying something outside of what they're showing. They can't stand it. Oh, they loved it when we was dumb, ignorant, and stuck in stupid. They loved it. They loved it. And they reveled in it. But when we woke up, please, sis. No, sis, we are absolutely hemming them up. Because now, what they hoping for us to do when it comes to whatever predictive programming that they got going, we don't do. We don't do. Now, faith, hope, and love, that's one thing I wanted to get into. I'm going to check in with Black farmers. And truthfully, I'm going to have to start building a list of Black farmers. That's what I'm going to have to do. Because they're not looking out for my welfare. They're trying to get me hemmed up. And this is just my encouragement. We all need to be doing that. I mean, but when you're talking about letting go of a system, brothers, that's more than a notion. Yes, I mean, some of this stuff is we got ourselves hooked on some of this stuff. And then this is what we got to start, truthfully, we got to start fighting ourselves to let go. We do. We got to start fighting ourselves to let go, because truthfully, one, like the Most High said, the leaves are for the curing of the nation. The leaves are for the curing for the nation. Now, you have a whole lot of herbalists on TikTok, YouTube, telling you this is good for this is good for that. You don't have to call me and buy it. This leaf here is in your backyard. They letting you know what is good for what. It's all about our belief. Doctors are not gods. Satan, I ain't gonna say he's working for Satan, but they're not gods. They're not. Brother Earl, well, I know one sister in Chicago, or outside of Chicago. She has a pretty big farm, but no, the sister is correct. We have to start looking up. We got to start getting into these farmers, our Black farmers. Truthfully, when it's all over said and done, That's what we need to be doing. Because the system is setting itself up for a massive, what, brothers? Iran, they claiming is about to do this here and do that there, but who been picking at Iran? Who been nudging on them? This place did that. So now, when you nudge, you bring on some heat. When you bring on heat, this thing flying over here, doing whatever it's going to do. What's going to happen? People will run to the grocery store. What did the grocery store stop doing? We're not sending no more stuff out. Lock it down. They go lock it down, brothers. This is a catch-22. All you brothers and sisters know exactly what they got themselves geared up to do. It was written. Just like the days of Noah. Brothers. Brother and sister Galen Jones, and they was talking about this. This is a fleeing moment. And for those, and I say those, that the Most High brings upon your spirit to flee, brothers, my thing is this: be obedient. And now, this may not apply to each and every last one of you. That's the thing. We think that because myself, Sister Faith, Hope, and Love, we all on the same wavelength. No. The Most High may sit there and tell you to do this or to do that. You may be going in a whole different direction. So now, when it comes to the Most High and us listening to Him, that's where obedience is going to come from. The Most High knows exactly what predicament we are in. He knew this. He knows these things, each and every last one of us, and what we want to do. Now, if you like, let's say, hypothetically speaking, you are that individual that says, "Oh, I wish I could leave this place. I would go into the mountains and just live." Brothers and sisters, don't be saying what you know for a fact you don't want to do. Because when the Most High, He picks you up, puts you there, you be like, "Oh no, I got to go back to Babylon." You're going to have a want to, brothers. That want to is going to be a must. You see, in the dying system, brothers, this is what we're witnessing, is a dying system. That's one thing we are witnessing. That's one thing we all can agree on. The days are numbered. And if you want to talk about a judgment or a collapse in an hour, brothers, that's just like you looking at your front door. That's what it looked like. You looking at your front door, open it up, bam, everything go change within an hour. From a biblical standpoint. This is my encouragement. The things that has been set up in Satan's system is they're telling you, you may not be eating just a cow. You might be eating Billy and Bob along with the cow. You may not just be drinking the milk. This is Satan's system. The love of money, if this is what they got to do to keep the money coming, they're going to do it. This is Satan's system. And he prefer that Israel Judah indulge in it. The world, he ain't worried about the world. But he do have a concern of these Yahudims. That's who he has first and foremost on his mind. Because now, with your awakening, you're messing with his life. You're messing with his privilege of breathing. That's who you are with this awakening. And a lot of you brothers and sisters probably did not realize it, but when you woke up, a little breath was taken away from the devil. That's what he did. This is what he experienced. He's stressed. When he is stressed, what do you think the system is going to be about? It's going to be absolutely about stress. That's what his system is going to be about. And if he's stressed out, his system is stressed out, guess what? They go push that stress. As long as you're in captivity, they go push it right back onto you. They hate what we are experiencing. And the people that's calling themselves us, they don't care about using that holy name. That set apart name, they don't care. They knew their days was numbered. They lived it. Lived in a shameless luxury. They did what they wanted to do. Delete whoever they needed to delete. And now you get down to the last green mile. Now they stressed. That's sad. They waited till they get down to the last mile to be stressed out. But this is what their father led them down the road. This is what their father did. We don't sit right here and worry about a great tribulation. We don't worry about a World War III. That's one thing we do not worry about. Because now, we turn our attention. The Most High said this, said that. We out here. They can't take it. They cannot take it. This is what they pushed out now. Yeah, they got a lot of our brothers and sisters tied up into a lot of nonsense. They got themselves tied up in a whole lot of nonsense. Because when it's all over said and done, I don't care who you see. When this exodus take place, Michael Jordan, all the NBA movie stars, no, pimp, you're on the same plateau. Your money don't mean nothing here. See, in Satan's system, it put them on a pedestal. But when it all boils back down to it, brothers, it's going to be called, the day is going to come when the devil is going to say, I want my things back. That's what's going to happen. And for those with money, they may just have an issue with that. They just might have an issue with that. I'm talking about, you may have some brothers and sisters who don't have money who will have an issue with it. When the devil said he wanted stuff, brothers, the only thing you could do is give it back to him. Because when it's all over said and done, it's only loaned to you anyway. We've been loaned out to the nations, brothers. We were loaned out to the nations. That's who we were, are. The days of loaning us out. Let me explain when I say loan out, brothers. I worked for AT&T, and there was sometimes that you may have to go to a different state and work there because they may have got hit by a tornado or something, and they need help down there. So they'll loan you out from your original garage. Say, for instance, I was on the west side of Chicago. So I'm over in, let me see, Cairo, Illinois, doing work. That's loaned out. So we're loaned out to the nation, brothers. We don't own that. You have no ownership at all. But now, the most I said, oh, I'm going to give out the call to the nation, put up a banner, send my people back home. Send them home. Brothers, please. This will literally hem the world absolutely up. That right there will hem up. The fact that we have conversations of the Exodus has the world vibrating. The nation's like, these Negroes done woke up. We can't even do predictive programming any longer. They read right through it and then have the audacity to turn it back on us. They can't take it. This is what we're doing. We then woke up from this small group, woke up from religion. Now they're upset. They had religion. Now, mind you now, brothers, they had religion. They had predictive programming. And neither one of them is working any longer. Just on this small remnant of a remnant of a remnant. And see the damage of this awakening has caused this world. And I ain't talking about a nation, we talking about the world. People are questioning the foods. We the one that's talking about the entertainment. Of course, we see, hey, our people involved. Our people need to wake up. This is what we're doing. This is what our complaint is. We waking up and say, hey, no, the scripture does not mean that. But you still have Christendom still throwing blows. Christendom still throwing blows. This is what they're doing. They are still throwing blows. And they're thinking that a lot of their dirt that they did, hey, we done dug a hole, we done buried it, it ain't coming back up. They continue to forget that the Most High said, what was done in the dark shall come to the light. Religion is going to stand. It's going to stand in judgment of all what she had done. It's going to happen. And truthfully, these are all the things: education, religion, entertainment was kept. Those are the three things that kept us in La La Land. Those are the things that kept us so far away from the Most High. The Most High woke up. He said, I'm woke. It's time for my people to wake. Now, brothers, this is the thing also. This is that when whatever's been loosed in the heavens shall be loosed on the earth. Now, mind you now, brothers, and this is the thing I'm looking at. War broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels battled with the devil. The devil did not, overcome. So they was thrown down to the, to the earth. And then it said, woe to those, be glad for those in the heavens and things of that nature. But then it said, woe for those and those that dwell on the earth. Hold on just for a moment, brothers. Hold on.
I'm back. And that woe for those and those that dwell on the earth. Guess who got affected by the woe, brothers? It just wasn't the world. It was us. The world was going to get some of that woe, but we got it too. And the devil knew exactly who to go after. Revelation 12. He went off to wage war with the remainders of the woman's seed. That's you, Brother Earl. Sister Faith, Hope, and Love. Corinthians 13, you too. All you brothers and sisters that's part of that transatlantic slave trade. Satan knew exactly who he was going after. That's what he did. He went off and waged war with us. That's what he did. Still doing it right down to this very day. Waging war. Keeping lies up. This is what he did. Religion. When I talk, shoot, please, I can go down a rabbit hole when you want to talk about beliefs in what religion taught. A lot of things Jehovah's Witnesses taught, brother, had to kick that, had to throw it out the window. Had to throw it out the window. At one moment, they had me believing that the 144,000, all the white men, were the ones chosen to go to heaven. But this is what they taught. They taught that the rising of the dry bones was them. It was 3 to 6 of them in the 1930s that got arrested because they spoke against the Catholic religion or something, and they got arrested and they went to court. And they said that prophecy was based upon them. Now, mind you now, you want to talk about young and being dumb, naive, whoo-wee. But the way they will take a scripture, misdirect it, dress it up, and make it like that prophecy belongs to them. I tell you, really. And they said that prophecy has been fulfilled by means of them, that they are the spiritual Israel. Boy, I tell you the truth. I tell you this, though, brothers. You come to appreciate this awakening. You do. Then you start to look at our forefathers and their actions and how we was just dumbfounded due to disobedience. This is what we suffered from now. We suffered from a literal dumbfounding. They tell us something we believed. The only person that can do something right was a white person. This is what they pushed on TV. All the superheroes, the kids, little black kids, thinking they were Superman, being white. They taught us how to hate us. All of this while we were asleep, comatose, call it what you want. And they took us, they took us for a ride. They did. They took us for a ride. Now, we had that moment of hatred. We did. We had that moment because we were saying Why would you do something like that? But then when we really truthfully sat down, analyzed, and we started to look at it and said, our forefathers put us in this predicament. So that anger, it subsided. It did. It did. But then when it subsided, this is what we did. We started telling the world, religion, the laws are not done away with. You kept us in sin. Truthfully, they did. Now that's, they kept us in sin because they knew exactly who we were. But when you start to wake up, the world got accustomed of another people claiming to be us. So what do they do? No, you're not those people. You're not those people. You're not those. You got your own people saying that we're not the people. Well, we study scripture. The Most High laid it plain and clear. My people will be suffering for this here. My people will be this there. They will be the least of this. They'll that. We woke up with it. We stood on it, and we claimed it. In the world, the last thing they needed for us to claim anything. We claimed something that we don't even have to go to court for. Now we telling brothers and sisters, say this is what's going on. This is what's about to befall the world. Predictive programming, it don't work on us any longer. Brothers and sisters, do you see the captivity, the change? Did not the Most High say those change, those mental change go fall off? Brother Earl just said it. Brother Earl just said it. Predictive programming don't work on us like it used to. Things have changed. This is 2026 of their calendar. Let's just go with it. We in captivity. It is what it is. Now, January, I tell you, truthfully, brothers, I didn't even know we was in it. I didn't even know the day was the 20th. I mean, I'm talking yesterday. I was, brothers, truthfully, I was telling this young lady, because I had to get another room. And I said, can you give me from the 15th to the 22nd? And so she wrote down the day. She wasn't even paying attention to herself. And then she called me back. She said, you do know the day is the 20th. I like, the 20th of who? And I looked at the calendar. I said, Dad, I was so thrown off, brothers. It was, I was that many days off. When the Most High said he's going to speed it up, brothers and sisters, all of this taking place with this awakening, the speeding up. Those are talking about this here and that there, been taking this. No, the Most High said he's going to speed it up. The world has become more demonic than anything. And we're going to be wishing and hoping that the Most High cover our eyes to some of the things we do not want to see. Satan knows exactly what he's trying to do. Brother, you woke up. You're not easily fooled like once before. You're not. We're not. We look at stuff now. We listen to things now. When the Most High said, get out of Babylon, brother, he means it. Music, movies, whatever you name, if it's part of Babylon, it's part of the system, it's part of judgment. What you may call a family show, brothers, no, it's not. It's not. It's not. It is absolutely not. The devil is hemmed up. And with this awakening, brothers, that's what got him in an uproar. It has him. It has him in an uproar. And he knows there's nothing that he can possibly do to extend captivity. He can go and plead before the Most High and things of that nature. It ain't gonna happen. He did what he did. He did what he wanted to do. That's what he did. But this is just my encouragement to brothers and sisters. The days of Noah and the days of Lot are alive and kicking right as we speak. The days of Noah and the days of Lot. Now, for you brothers and sisters that don't know about Lot, Lot was more, it just went about a city of Sodomy. Lot was a city that was like low down. I mean, brothers, if you go into the book of Jasher, the city of Lot, ridiculous. The court system, pitiful, low down, underhanded. Lot, good night. Yeah, I see why the Most High said, no, he had to go down there and rectify some matters. And he did. He did. Looking at a lot of these things, brothers. Go and looking at, let me see. I forgot, was it 13? No. Excuse me. I forgot what chapter. But brothers, those days are here. They're here. We're just not questioning the foods. We're just not questioning the medical treatment. We're questioning about everything in Satan's system. That's what we're questioning. And the thing is, it ain't the fact that we're just questioning it. We're understanding what's going on. We're understanding what their next move is. Because now, this is what's going to happen. Once the Exodus is completed, you're going to start seeing nations trying to get into Africa. Mark my words, it's going to happen. Now, when you're talking about Spain and Morocco, brothers, they ain't nothing but a 2 hour, I think it's like a 2 or 3 hour boat ride. That's it. And you in Africa. A lot of brothers, they would travel to Spain because they know that's the shortest route to Spain to get into European lands. It's going to be flipped. It's going to be flipped. It's going to be flipped. You have a system that's telling a system, if y'all let these Negroes go, y'all are the fools. That's what AI is putting out. They already did the math. They did the math. They understand who truthfully has the power. The only power they have over us right now, is right as we speak, brothers and sisters, is a lie. They can tell a lie real good. They can superbly tell a lie. That's their superpower. Now, but they got to find the people that's going to believe the lie. That's what they will have to find. They got to find a people to believe the lie. We did it already, unknowingly. They got to find a people to believe their lie, to put them in a position of superiority over them. Because we almost out. Keep on talking about an Exodus and see what the world does. See how the world reacts to it. Keep speaking about being self-sufficient, living totally away from a system. Keep doing that and see what happens. This is what the world do not want you to do. They want you dependent upon them because what? When it's all over said and done, it's not the world, it's Satan. He wants to swoop in like an angel of light, like he's here to save your day. And trust and believe, he's lying. He's lying. We didn't went through the struggles, brothers. There's nothing to look back at this. Once this Exodus is on its way or is in motion, there's no need for us to look back. There's nothing what that I will be longing for, or that we should be longing for. What, brothers? Because what? You built it. You built it. You moving back to a land where your forefathers, where your blood is from. You have that same strength. You have that same mental stamina to do the same thing in your own land. That's what you have. Now, you want to talk about a nation that's about to be dumbed down? You already late, brothers. They're already dumbed down. They are already dumbed down. They're just talking stupid right now. The system is already dumbed down. Brothers and sisters, these last days is something I would say, let's not take them for granted. Let's not continue to take our brothers and sisters for granted. And let's not prejudge our brothers who may be still in religion. Because when it's all over said and done, it's the Most High who's going to be the final judge. It's him. He knows exactly what it's going to take to wake his people up. But let us not condemn or speak a condemning word against our brothers who may be asleep. Some may be honestly, thoroughly, like Eve, deceived. There's a high chance, brothers, that there's some of our families that are thoroughly deceived. And we need to keep on holding on to that and leaving matters, judging matters, in the Most High's hands, not ours. The scripture said it's going to, this is going to happen. That's the Most High's doing. Not for us to speak and say, oh, if you don't so this, you're going to hell. Brothers, you don't know that. You flesh and blood. You leave that to the Most High. You don't know that person's mental capabilities. You don't know. And who are you? You too, Brother Earl. You be safe out there, brother. I'm going to try to do it tomorrow, roughly around 12. But this one, I'm going to pull up some videos for tomorrow, though. That's the one I'm gonna pull up some videos. But other than that, Brother Earl, you be safe out there, brother. I'm about to close it out also. This is just my encouragement, brothers. We can't be sitting here talking about who will get destroyed and things of that nature. You can. You can say what you want to say, but this is just my encouragement. Leave those matters in the supreme judgment hands of the Most High Yah. That's what we should be doing. You can't go wrong. But when you speak ill of your brother, you just might hem your own self up. Granted, and like the Most High said, the spirit is eager, but the flesh is weak. Don't let your flesh get you hemmed up with the Most High. I don't care how much you think you are studious, a studier, or a minister, or a pastor, or what else, or a reverend. You're not judged. That's one thing you're not. You too, Brother Robert. Brothers and sisters, the most important thing that we need to be doing is encouraging our brothers and sisters. That's the most important thing that we need to be doing. Yeah, some going to offend us and things of that nature. I take it with a grain of salt, keep it moving. But like I said, brothers, continue to encourage one another. Pray for your brothers. Walk on water in order to rectify your flesh. Eventually, you're going to get where you're supposed to be. We all going to be there. Pray for your brothers. Think positive for your brothers. If they're not woke right now, brothers, hope and pray for your brothers that they do wake. They wake up and realize what's really going on. Brothers and sisters, you all keep your head on the swivel. These last days are not something that we really want to take for granted. Continue to encourage your brothers. Brothers and sisters are going through some things. Some of them just need somebody to listen to. And let us do our best to encourage our brothers during this time. Because when it's all over said and done, it's the devil who's going to hinder brothers and sisters. It's going to be the devil. We just need to be there to encourage our brothers and sisters. That's what we need to be doing. This is, if you ever want to be on the Most High good side, be on that side of helping his brothers and sisters. Brothers, his people. Be that. They still talking about, oh, if you don't do this, you damned and all that and sulfur and brimstone and all. Brothers, please, you can kick rocks with that nonsense. You can kick rocks with it. You're right. Faith, hope, and love. Corinthians 13. We are the remnant of the dispersed of the southern kingdom. Luke 20:21-24. I was brought up as Jehovah's Witnesses, and we were taught that text meant different from what. Let me tell you some faith, love, and faith, hope, and love. Corinthians 13. How long you how many years did you come up as a Jehovah's Witness? How many years? Because I came up as a child. And AORA or 18, okay. Whoo-wee. Faith, hope, and love. Let me tell you this. When I say they took a lot of scriptures and misdirected a lot of scriptures. And now when I say organized religion, they organized. Oh, wait, you know, circuit overseers here. They had the elders, ministers, some regular pioneers. Everybody had a position. They had a position. A lot of scriptures. And then truthfully, they was the only one I knew that started off talking about what do they call it? Spiritual Israel. I mean, granted, what? That's the only religion I've ever known. So hey. But this is what they did. They misdirected a lot of scriptures. But the most I knew exactly individual. But see, this is the thing. There are a lot of Hebrews in Jehovah's Witnesses who still go there, but they're letting the elders know that they do not want to be called a Gentile because they are letting the elders know they're not a Gentile. It's like there is an explosion that's happening within Jehovah's Witnesses. And now they put the letter out because they said, hey, this Black Hebrew Israelite movement is gaining momentum. And they put out a letter to the congregations. Yeah, they did all that. They said Israel was done away with. Oh, and then when they gave that example of somebody wrote a book. Somebody wrote a book. Oh, they keep the laws. Let me tell you something. A major lie. They did more than that now. They orchestrated. They put themselves in a position. Because now when it's all over said and done, Jehovah's Witnesses came up as first as Bible students. And it was Charles Taze Russell. He was a Mason. Then it came to, what's the other guy? He was more of a businessman. That's who he was. And so they had altercation. They had altercation where he was able to buy out Charles Taze Russell. He was able to buy him out where he came on ownership of Jehovah's Witnesses. And then he is the one who came in with the name Jehovah's Witnesses. Man, please. They played the system or religion to put themselves on a pedestal, and it worked. It worked. It worked. They was talking about other religions was doing this here, and they had scriptures to back it up, which made them look right. That's what they did. And they start bringing in people. Boom, 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 boom. And then they start having their assemblies and things of that nature. You know, yes, Joseph Rutherford. He was the one who came in. He was the businessman. And he looked at Jehovah's Witnesses as a business. Now, mind you now, that emblem, that logo that Jehovah's Witnesses use, don't use that. They will take you into court. They will literally take you into court over that symbol. They own that logo, that watchtower logo. They own that because there were some brothers back when I was Jehovah's Witness that was putting it on the side of the Kingdom Hall. You had to write the society to get permission to use their logo. Now that right there should tell you something. Brother, we can go down a rabbit hole with that stuff. I mean, whoo. But when it's all over said and done, it did very. They See, I was around when it was when they was doing disassociation. That's how far back I go. And my sister, she stayed dissociated. Oh man, good night. Who she stayed? I mean, every month I looked up like, what in the? I was like, and it just wasn't her. It just wasn't her. There was a lot of kids, teenage kids, who was coming into the world. I mean, their bodies are going through some things, and so, but when you, the Wire, magazine. And let me tell you something. I was a mess though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was in school. Whoo-wee. I never forget one time. I beat this boy up. I darkened up both his eyes, swole him up and everything. It was a Friday. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why I knew it was on a Friday. I knocked this door Saturday morning trying to get selling the watchtowers. Ooh, I was But one thing I didn't do, I didn't curse. I hated cursing. Hated it with a passion. I didn't curse in conversation. I hated cursing. Still do down to this very day. You know what? But you know what? And it could be that. And don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted, brothers. There's no unity in Jehovah's Witnesses. There is no. Now, you want to sit up and talk about is they will throw up a front? Yes. Go out to a white congregation. You mess around, get yourself hemmed up. They will sit there and laugh, smile, boom, boom, boom. You think you gonna be the only black in it? Man, please. Go to one of those little like country congregations if you want to. No. I tell you, shalom, shalom, sister, Shabbat shalom, sister Melody. But that's the thing. Jehovah's Witnesses, no. And the sad thing about it is this. It's our people who fight tooth and nail for it. But then when you really break it down, scripturally speaking, they cannot handle that. They cannot handle you coming to them with scripture, because the first thing they're going to do when they find themselves getting hemmed up, that's when everything turns into a spiritual sense. That's another way of how you can get out of a conversation. But not knowing that when you got to use that to get out of a conversation, that right there should tell you you're being misled. Why would you run from a fight when you got scriptures to prove your faith, your steps, your actions? They don't have that. And it's not that you're trying to shame our people. We're trying to wake our people up. That's what we're trying to do. To see what's really going on. And the most difficult ones to do are the older ones. That's the brothers, you want an uphill battle. It's like you got to hand it over to the Most High himself to talk to your parents, your grandparents, to help them to see. Because brothers and sisters, truthfully, if you want to talk about slave mentality, oh my goodness. Because this generation, this older generation, will be quick to tell you, oh, that child right there got some mental issues. They have a history of saying that about other people, kids. And I noticed that. And I've been checking them. I was like, who are you to call somebody mentally ill? Because it will literally take a mentally ill person, because somebody may think different from you. And these are older people. This is what I've seen. And yeah, I had some issues. I mean, it's man, you being disrespectful. No, I'm not being disrespectful. I said, you the one that's being disrespectful. You think that because at your age, you think you have the right to say what you want to say to a person. Now, if they push that right back up on you, you can't take it. And they couldn't take it. They cannot take it. And you, faith, hope, love, no. Our people, I mean, this is the thing we need to learn about our people. When it comes to worship, bruh, we worship deep. We worship deep. When we get in and we think we have an understanding on something, we go, oh no, we do. Oh, please. We go in deep. And this depth that we have in religion, yeah, brother, it's deep. You're talking about, think, all the years we will sleep not knowing who we were. Faith, love, Corinthians 13. Let me tell you something. See, this is the thing. You already had questions about religion. You had questions about Jehovah's Witnesses. You may not have known it, but truthfully, there was some conversation you was having within yourself. There was some thing that you were like, wait a minute, this don't sound too kosher. But you kept it to yourself because you knew if you would have spoke out openly at that particular time, you know for a fact they would have brought they would have came down upon you. The only reason I can say that because I did the same thing. I did the same thing. I thought the same thing. I knew if I said this here, they go down, they go come up on you. You probably get back home, your mother and father will give you a whooping because you thought this or you thought that. I seen it happen. I seen it happen with families. You're talking about, brother, you're talking about somebody taking a scripture. Those that spare the rod, spoil the child. Oh, they took that to the extreme. They took that to the extreme. You don't find people in my generation claiming to be Jehovah's Witnesses. They don't even take their grandkids there. If you want to talk about a time where you want to move a generation from we that one, because we've seen it. Yep. There you go. I'm telling you. It's the small things, the small questions that you may bring up to an older person. And they're looking upside your head like, what in the world has this child been watching or reading or something? Not knowing. That was the Most High starting to wake you up. Starting to wake you up. And sometimes it took this fellowshipping. It took this, please, man, I can go down a rabbit hole. You're talking about, I can go down a rabbit hole. I got into it with so many different elders, it wasn't even funny. I never forget when I met my son's mother. That woman called the police on me. She called the police on me and said I jumped on her. Now, this is Jehovah's Witness. And I just stood there like, girl, are you crazy? Who jumped on who? So we started having some problems. So I reached out to the elders. I'm going to say this and I'm going to get on off of here. And so I reached out to the elders. And they were no good. I'm like, man, please, y'all can go with that dumb stuff. I mean, you can sit there and talk crazy all you want. I knew scriptures and all that. So anyway, got with some other elders. And so they answered me some questions and things. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? I was like, no, man. And so They asked me to step out. Now listen to me. Y'all may think I'm stoked. So I reached out to the elders to help me with my marriage. 3 elders, 3 of them. So I'm explaining to them, no, ain't nobody had no affair with no one, but they tried their best to get me to say something. I'm like, bruh, I'm reaching out to y'all. But anyway, they told me to step outside for a moment while they have a discussion. So I stepped outside. They called me back in, and they said they made a decision. I said, a decision? I'm like, how you gonna make a decision? I'm saying it to myself, now you can make a decision. And it was, my ex-wife, she was not there. I'm like, why are they trying to make a decision? Man, do you know? Faith, hope, and love. Corinthians 13. Listen to me when I tell you this. That's when they disfellowship me. And I'm like, what? When they said, yeah, we made a decision to disfellowship me. I'm like, what? What? I was like, what did I do? Tell me what I did. They couldn't tell me. So now they're starting to get on my nerve now. I'm like, man, are y'all crazy? Are y'all crazy? So you know what? And what made me fall back was this. I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to court anyway because I'm fighting for custody. And I know for a fact I'm going to get a divorce from this old crazy woman. I was saying it in my head already. I said, and so I just shut up. I just shut up. I ain't saying nothing else to these brothers. I said, man, do what y'all think you need to do. And I kept it moving. So I called the circuit overseer. Please. That was a waste of time. So I just, I really just buckled down and just went on about my business. So as time went on, eventually, a couple of years later, I got custody of my son, right? So I said, well, now let me go back to Jehovah's Witnesses. So I turned my letter in to be reinstated. And I'm talking about some years, man, it may have been 2 or 3 years later. So anyway, I turned my letter back in, right? So it went back to that congregation I got this fellowship at. So those elders wrote a letter back to the elders at this new congregation I was going to and told them I committed adultery. I was like, they lying. I said, they are lying. So the elders, these white elders, the other elders that I got this fellowship, they was black. So anyway, they wrote a letter back saying Mike is saying he did not commit adultery and that there was no conversation about adultery. So they wrote a letter back saying he committed infidelity. And they were like, they do know adultery and infidelity is the same thing. So one of the white elders knew a black brother there, one of the elders there, who was not on my case. So he reached out to him. He said, can you look into this? Because they're saying he committed adultery. He's saying he didn't. And things of that nature. We're just trying to get things rectified. And so he went in, he talked to those elders, and he said to them, what did you all disfellowship Mike for? And one of the elders said he committed adultery. He said, now, did Mike say he committed adultery? No, he didn't. He said, wait a minute. Did you have a conversation where Mike said he committed adultery? He said, no. He said, who told you Mike committed adultery? His wife, his ex-wife. He said, was Mike in the room? He said, no. He said, you brothers know for a fact that Mike's supposed to be in that room being head of the household for her to say that in front of him. You all did not even question him about adultery, but you disfellowshipped him because I'm quite sure you all was saying something. Mike came back to you all with some scriptures and y'all got upset. And that's what happened. He said, y'all disfellowshipped a person who did nothing. And then you had the audacity to say, y'all prayed to Jehovah about this fellowshipping. He said, brothers, I don't think y'all understand the gravity of what y'all just did. He said, truthfully, Mike can come back in and sue all of y'all. Let me tell you something. though the things that they do, brothers, then this is just not about no animosity, because I know how they get down. I know how they want to listen to brothers and sisters' conversations, and it's especially if it's a sister, and especially if she got a nice shape, she look good. Yeah, they want to hear that conversation. They do. And I rebuke them all the time because I know exactly where their little sleazy minds are going. There was one elder, I kid you not. He was looking at this lady, and I know he was married. And man, he please, he had that woman undressed and everything. Had his mouth all open. That was an older brother. Like he about to fall out his van. And I'm looking at him. He didn't see me. I'm looking at him. So I said, I'm going to be ignorant. And I walked up to the brother. I'm like, brother, what you looking at? And I'm just looking at, I know it. And so he go, blah, 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 blah. He started stumbling and all that nonsense. Brothers, don't get me wrong. I know you flesh and blood. I know they are. But don't use your flesh and blood as a power to think that you can manipulate an individual. Because now it's happening. Brothers and sisters are waking up. Even if it's from some type of embarrassment. This is what Jehovah's Witnesses has made for themselves. And now their doors are not as wide open as they used to be. You don't have a full congregation like it used to be because of this awakening. And along with this awakening, they got shame that's following them, Jehovah's Witnesses, that is. The name of Jehovah's Witnesses has a shame on it from the action. And it's just not Jehovah's Witnesses. We're talking about Baptist church and everything else. Let's not get it twisted. We can go down it. But I mean, I have so many different experiences with Jehovah's Witnesses, and I've seen how the Most High was pulling me away. That's one thing I've seen. That's one thing I do know. When he wants you out, he gonna bring you out. When he don't want you there, trust, you're not going to be there, brothers. You're not going to be there. And now the doors are so, the attendance of Jehovah's Witnesses, brothers, no. It is very low. Very low. This awakening is affecting the religion. Now, if we as a people, and especially for those that still in Christendom, and like what you said, faith, hope, and love, no. The ones who always speaking and trying to be first and foremost and trying to be so devout are our people. You don't find Gentiles getting into that conversation with us like that. When they first hear that you're Hebrew, the Gentiles. Now, if you think I'm joking, go on the TikTok and YouTube, look up those videos. They fall back. You may think I'm joking, brothers. Go onto YouTube, type in conversation with Jehovah's Witnesses, and if it's a Gentile there, that Gentile go sit back and play like he paying attention. They not go back and forth scripture for scripture. They are not going to do it. The only one that's going to do that is going to be our brothers. If you think I'm joking, go back and look at them. Our brothers they're so misguided. But if you can take that type of energy that they have and use it with this awakening, oh yes, the devil understands this is a powerful people, but he got to keep our people disillusioned, and faithfully disillusioned in religion. That's what he must do. But if we can pull our brothers and sisters away from that, and they take that same energy and add it to this awakening, oh yes, I can understand deeply why the devil is doing what he do, because he understands we worship deep. It just need to be guided in the right direction. Brothers and sisters, you all continue to be faithful to the Most High. Work on getting ourselves out of this system. If we got to do it, brothers, where we have to, bit by bit, get out of Babylon. Get out of it. This is what the Most High is asking us to do. You brothers and sisters, be safe out there until, I would say tomorrow, y'all willing, about 12. I'm going to set it up for another live for tomorrow. And I hope to see you brothers and sisters there. Until then, you brothers and sisters, be safe out there. This is Satan's system. This is his system. Be safe. Shalom.